I'm a big believer that all of us are somewhat emotionally connected to our main streets. You know, you walk up and down Main Street, if it's dead, you think the city's dead. If it's alive and vibrant, you think there's some really great things happening. And this has been a way to totally reshape people's opinions about exactly what's happening here in Columbia and happening here in the region. So we're great.
Soda City Market is meant to be a microcosm of the Midlands, Columbia, South Carolina. We have a lot of interesting elements to Columbia, but we're so spread out, West Columbia, Forest Acres, all these different places, right? And a lot of our non-American participants, live in these certain areas. And the point of all this is to bring everybody together, all nationalities, all different types of crafts, food, etc., on one street on one day, so everybody can see how great Columbia really is. My name is Emil DeFelice. I'm the owner and operator of Soda City Market, sometimes known as Benevolent Dictator or Dear Leader. I started this market as the All Local Farmers Market, I think in 2004, and that was because I was farming then, in the middle of a 20-year farming career, and I needed somewhere to sell my product, and my friends needed one too, so I started a small market with just 6 vendors in November of that year on the patio of Gervais and Vine. So we began it out of necessity. At that time, there weren't a bunch of farmers markets. It wasn't the rage by any means. In fact, the summer before, I did a farmers market by myself. Well, there's other people invited, but no one ever came. I stood out there the whole summer, every Saturday morning, never made a single sale. So that was my first effort, and the next year we kicked it off with the 6, vendors, and we started off once a month, then we moved to twice a month, and we went to every Saturday and year-round. Right now we're about thirds between farm products, ready-to-eat products, and then art, craft, whatever you want to call that, which is a pretty good balance. One of the most amazing things about our street performers is most of them are kids. And that is a great thing. It's amazing, actually. We have 9-year-old girls hacking away on the fiddle out here pretty good, and lots of other kids. Talk about adding to a community. There's dollars and cents and all that, but you have people really invested at that level, and kids cutting their chops out here, not only their music or whatever the skill and talent is, but just their confidence. So we've had dozens and dozens of kids grow up in the market as helpers for their parents and so forth, including my own. And dozens of other children who come out here and build a skill and get something going. We're not building a community on Main Street. We're not doing this for the environment or any other reason. All those things are great, but it only can happen after vendors make money. So because that is our priority, these guys come back and their incomes over the years and their businesses become stronger. So we generate a lot of economic activity here. Every single vendor out here, you say, just let's average it out for 100 vendors on a typical Saturday, we'll have 2 employees. So we're already talking about 200 people working. And there's no way in the world these 2 get their product to market without at least 1, 2, or 10, or 20 other people. So even what you see on the street isn't fully representative of the wider economic impact. And as such, that's not only good for Columbia, it's good for South Carolina. I would like one day for the market to extend from City Hall to the State House. And that would have been a silly proposition even a few years ago. What is necessary, however, though, for any business is to grow. And without growth, you're going backwards, actually. So this is a self-funding market, and there are not very many of those at all in the country. And more than self-funding, we do cover all the expenses from the city, for example, police, fire, sanitation, what have you. That's something I'm really, really proud of and that a lot of people don't notice. And it doesn't really matter if they don't notice, but if they do notice, or if they do wonder, I'd like them to know that. But for the most part, it's really cool to have the public perception of this be more like a mushroom. It just rains, and then there's a mushroom, and then it goes away. And nobody really wonders where it came from. For the most part, people just have come to expect it, and has a living, breathing life of its own.